नमो नमस्ते गुरवे महात्मने विमुक्तसंगाय सदुत्तमाय नित्याद्वयानन्दरसस्वरूपिणे भूम्ने सदा पारदयाम्बुधाम्ने नमस्ते नमस्ते विभो विश्वमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते चिदानन्दमूर्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते तपोयोगगम्य नमस्ते नमस्ते श्रुतिज्ञानगम्य नमस्ते नमस्ते तपोयोगगम्य नमस्ते नमस्ते श्रुतिज्ञानगम्य स्वाराज्य साम्राज्य विभूतिरेषा भवत्कृपा श्रीमहिमप्रसादात् प्राप्ता मया श्रीगुरवे महात्मने नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमो नमस्तेस्तु पुनर्नमोस्तु नमस्तस्मै सदैकस्मै कस्मै चिन्महसे नमः यदेतद्विश्वरूपेण राजते गुरुराजते यदेतद्विश्वरूपेण राजते गुरुराजते। हरि ओम तत्सत्। जय गुरु। So our topic is Karma Yoga and Buddhi Yoga in Bhagavad Gita. I have to give a little introduction which most of you will be knowing, but there is no harm in repeating any number of times. Why I have given this title Karma Yoga and Buddhi Yoga, because people have the idea that the yoga presented in Bhagavad Gita is called Karma Yoga. It is true, it is Karma Yoga, but in most of the places Bhagavad Gita itself is referring to the yoga as Buddhi Yoga. Actually, Karma Yoga, first of all, to understand the Karma Yoga properly, people often say that I am doing Karma Yoga. Maybe very active, very vibrant person, I am doing Karma Yoga. But in most of the cases, if we go into it, we find that it is not Karma Yoga, but it is Karma only. Because in Karma Yoga, the Karma part is not so important as the yoga attitude of the mind. That is, when we do any action with the yoga attitude of the mind, it becomes Karma Yoga. Otherwise, it is karma only. Normally, karma we mean anything we do with desire motivation. All our karmas are generally motivated by some desire. And the desire is ultimately, initially it might be desire for this, that, many things. But if you follow that, you will find the ultimate desire is that by gaining something, I will become happy. The desire for gaining happiness is the fundamental point. Whatever, I want this, I want that, by that what will happen? I will gain money, by that what will happen? I will have this building, that building, by that what will happen? I will become happy. Anything we do right from the childhood, the object of our desire has been changing. As years pass, initially it was maybe some milk, then it became games, playing, then it became doing good in the studies or having rank in the school, then it became getting admission into a famous or quite reputed college, then it became having good rank again and having a good job, then it became having a partner, then it became having another better job or having children, then it became the marrying the children to good partners, then it became grandchildren. The object of the desire constantly goes on changing, because we think that, but in one object everywhere it is the same. We think that initially we thought by drinking milk I will be happy. They may not think that child crying. Then they think that by playing I will become happy. By playing and playing, if he doesn't study and finally fails in everything, will he become happy? He will not. But he thinks that he will become happy. Then people think that by getting a good rank in the school I will become happy. Then they think that getting into a good college I will become happy. If anybody had become happy by gaining anything, it would have been permanent happiness throughout. But it doesn't happen. So we continue to change our object of, even suppose when we are in love with or we are thinking of having a partner in life, always we think that after marriage we will become happy. And after marriage what happens, that everybody knows in most of the cases. But even if you don't think that after marriage, you want to marry, there is a purpose in marrying and we want to marry and I want to have, but you should not be under delusion that I will become permanently happy. After marriage the responsibilities will increase, there will be definitely some difference of opinion. I have to expand my heart to accept the other points of view. I have to harmonize more. As alone I was free, I could do anything, but after getting married I have to think of many other things for both the families, for the partners and so many other things. So we become restricted. So if we think that we will become happy and then we find that it is all difficult. Say nowadays, let us take a very common example. Everybody thinks that I will study software, information technology, IT everywhere. And getting a job in IT, before we pass, very good job, 2 lakhs, 5 lakhs, 12 lakhs, you get a very good job. Then within a few months or at least maybe maximum 2 years, I am getting burnt out. That means you are not happy, you are under stress, everybody is stressed. So we don't think that whatever we thought will make me happy, happiness doesn't lie there. Whatever we are capable of doing, whatever needs to be done, we should do. We are not saying that we should not do. But we should not do under the delusion that by gaining that I will become happy. So we always give the example of the donkey and the carrot. The carrot of happiness is in front and the donkey thinks that I will get the carrot. It is running and in the process we get some work done by the donkey. It is like that. So there is no harm in thinking that, well, I want this, I want to perform well, I will study, I will perform well, I will get a job. But never think that by doing that I will become permanently happy. Why did I say this? Karma yoga. So the karma, as long as it is desire motivated by some desire, it is sure to bring us some Sukha and Duhkha both, and in the process we get further bound by the karma, whatever we are doing. We think that by this I will become fulfilled, but we don't become fulfilled and we go on increasing the burden one after another but never become fulfilled. So actually we get into more and more bondage, that we are not able to feel the freedom unless we put our effort in vichara, thinking, and then getting relieved of the bondage. We generally become more and more bondage. And we think that we are liking the bondage, but it is not really so. When we look around, you will find that the most of the faces are long and depressed. Long and depressed means not depressed, but it's not a cheerful face around. But That means they are not happy. Really speaking, they are not happy. People are not happy. We used to tie our cows. When we joined the ashram, we had cows. So every day we used to tie our cows to some peg. Actually, our girls will tie them to coconut trees, which is not supposed to be done. With a long, maybe about 10 meter, or not so much, 5-meter rope, so that they can go around and have the grass, eat the grass. If we go after 4 hours or so, 4-5 hours, we will find that the cow had gone around the peg or the tree, and it cannot stand straight. It is standing like this because the rope has become small. It has been given the freedom of going around and eating so much of grass, but its habit is such that it wants to remain bound, and bound to the last extent when it further cannot move. So we also create our own bondage unless we do vichara, unless we think about where lies our freedom, how to remain in a joyful manner. We say enjoy, but there is an enjoyment where it's not like the usual enjoyment, but you won't feel the bondage, the freedom and joy of freedom, the joy of loving everybody, the joy of doing whatever comes to be done. That is, we are no more slave to our tendencies, or the slave to the world object. So that is what the discussion of Bhagavad Gita is. Where lies this yoga attitude? And when we do the karma, not motivated by desire but with the yoga attitude, then it becomes karma yoga. What is the yoga attitude? We will discuss in great detail. But let us now accept that when we do the actions, perform the actions, not motivated by desire but with the yoga attitude, then our all karma becomes karma yoga. Now, generally, when the karma yoga, after practicing it, becomes successful, then we no longer call it karma. It is called sometimes, but if you really go into the Shastras, you will find that the karma word is reserved for kama karma. That means whatever is desire motivated action is called karma. If it is just done, whatever to be done without any desire for gaining anything from the world, then it is not called karma, it is called kriya. Kriya word is used there. Because the whole universe is moving. The earth is going around the sun is going around, the sun is moving, the galaxies are moving, some galaxies are going into the black hole, some galaxies are born. There's unimaginable, tremendous activities are going around in the universe. But nowhere you will find desire. The moon is going around the earth for how many years? Nobody knows. Even the waves of the sea, they are continuing to move. Nobody knows. They are getting born, dying, new waves are coming, old waves are dying. It is just happening as natural, swabhavika karma. So it is all called kriya. The plants are growing, the flowers are blossoming. Every day so many new leaves are coming up, new flowers are blossoming. Nowhere it is desire. Suppose there had been desire, then it would have been different. Suppose a beautiful flower is blossoming. It will see that today nobody is coming to see me. I will not blossom today. That is what we do, no? Where we are not going for any program or anything. I will remain just like that. When somebody special is coming, we will dress up very well. So there is a desire of presenting ourselves. I am not saying that you should not do. We should always present ourselves very well. But eliminating the desire also, we can do that. Whatever we are doing, we should do it properly, without having the expectation for appreciation from people. So the flowers do not have expectation for appreciation. If you go to Nandankanan and all, the beautiful flowers are blossoming every day. Nobody is there to see or appreciate. Even maybe sometimes the Brahmara, the bees are also not coming there. They don't wait for even the bees. They just simply blossom because it is their nature. The river flows not with the desire of meeting the sea, but it is its nature. When the rain comes down on the hilltop and it comes in the form of falls, in the form of streams, And it goes on serving the whole world. The animals will take the water, people will take bath, wash, everything will be done. People will drink that water, and many other rivers or flow will join the river, and it goes on flowing like that. Finally it meets the sea. But there is no desire for meeting the sea. You can maximum call it an aspiration, a natural pull, which is, it is the terrain, the contour of the terrain which is taking the river to the, finally to the sea. So we are surrounded with all kinds of actions which are not desire motivated. They are called kriya. In Shvetashvatara Upanishad, I often sing this. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natat swamascha drishyate parasyar shaktir vividhaiva shruyate swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natat samascha drishyate parasyar shaktir vividhaiva shruyate swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha. It is speaking about the truth. Natasya karyam. It does not have anything to be done. Karya means which has to be done. We always are bound with that. I have to look after my parents. I have to make my children like this, like that, etc. As if some burden we are carrying. Karya. We can, without such burden also, we can go on doing the karya. So he does not have the truth, the consciousness, the Atma, the Brahman or God, Lord, whatever we may say. He doesn't have anything to be done as such. Natasya karyam. Karanam cha vidyate. With what he will do? He doesn't have any of the instrument for action also. He doesn't do anything really. Karanam cha vidyate. Natat samascha abhyadikascha drishyate. There is nothing equal to him or anything surpassing him also. He is the supreme. But he is called asya parashaktir vividhaiva shruyate. He has nothing to do. But he has that supreme power which we call prakriti or so. That is manifesting in infinite variety. And they are called this force, that force, this thing, that thing. The whole world is appearing on that. Vividhaiva shruyate. But all these actions, what are they? Swabhaviki jnana balakriya cha. Swabhaviki means natural. As we are breathing, do you have to specially think that I will breathe now? Breathing is not desire motivated. It's a natural function of the body. Heart beating. It's a natural function of the body. As the moon going around the earth, earth going around the sun. It's the natural harmony, natural rhythm of life. So that is called swabhaviki. What kind of a natural action? Jnana balakriyacha. The jnana, I will explain later perhaps, that jnana in the spiritual, the ultimate knowledge of the truth or the Atma, it is not the usual jnana. Usual knowledge is, I am the knower, I am reading the Bhagavad Gita and having some knowledge. But the spiritual knowledge, the ultimate knowledge is the subject and the object, the knower and the known, the knowing process, the difference is no more there. Because we are studying about Atma. Who is that Atma? It is my own identity, is it not? So as we know more and more about Atma, my I feeling, that I concept I have in me, that should undergo a change. Do you get it? Otherwise, why are we studying about Atma? Who is that Atma? Atma is the Aham Pratyaya Gochara, which is always coming as Aham, I, amness, which is always coming from within. So the whole spirituality is to know about that Atma. So as we are studying the Atma more and more and understanding, if we understand, if we practice, then what will happen? Whatever we are studying about the Atma, it will become our own identity. It will come closer and closer to our identity. That identity, concept of our identity will undergo a change. I will feel that no, I am not limited by this body, mind, personality. I am not segregated in the people. That I am transcendental. I am the transcendental consciousness, Atma or Brahman, in which the whole universe is just appearing. As in the dream, in our mind, the whole new dream world appears to be, is it not? The dream world is an appearance. Here, there also we have infinite variety. In the dream, we are seeing, interacting with infinite variety. We have created our own new body also, dream body also, dream mind there also. Everything we have created and we are interacting with that. But what is all this? Is it not just in the mind playing in that? There was no causality, nothing. I am seeing a big aircraft carrier in the dream, but I have not made anything. There is no causality that. It just appears. Everything just appears. Like that, in the knowledge, jnana, bala, kriya means all these unimaginable activities in the universe, they are just appearing in that consciousness, which is the non-dual consciousness, where no unknown difference is not there. So, the main point here is that when we do perform the activities with the yoga attitude, it becomes yoga. It becomes karma yoga. And in its finale, when that karma yoga becomes fructified, then what happens? Then whatever we do, we will do naturally, svabhavika kriya. Then there won't be any karma. We are making the karma yoga by practicing this yoga attitude. That is the abhyasa, that is the practice, that is the pursuit, sadhana. But doing that, as it becomes fully fructified, then we understand the truth that there is no, I am not the doer, nothing, there is no action at all the actions are appearing only in me or in the consciousness. So, it automatically becomes kriya. There is no further question of desire motivated activity. When we understand the fallacy of the desire, then we don't have any more desire. We have to know the truth of the desire. So then it becomes a full-fledged karma yoga. That is, it is karma yoga is no more a pursuit. It becomes kriya also, you can say. Then it is no more a karma at all. It becomes kriya. Now, why Bhagavad Gita yoga is called karma yoga, as well as I am saying buddhi yoga. Many people say that buddhi yoga, why are you saying, we have not heard this? You have not heard because you have not read Bhagavad Gita properly. It's Bhagavad Gita itself says that buddhi yoga. So, how it is that to make the karma a yoga, to make our actions, performances, convert them, transform them into yoga, what is the process we have to undertake? How the karma will become yoga? That is dealt with by the buddhi yoga. Bhagavad Gita says that this buddhi yoga, I will come to that. The shloka is Karmajam Buddhi, it is 2.49. Where is that gone? Durena Hyabaram Karma. Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya, 2.49, second chapter, 49th verse in Bhagavad Gita. I thought of starting with an introduction, but let us speak about it and then I will get back to the introduction. Would you like to chant? This is very important. 2.49. Durena Hyabaram Karma.
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म
बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ
कृपणाः फलहेतवः
कृपणाः फलहेतवः
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म
बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ
कृपणाः फलहेतवः.
कृपणाः फलहेतवः.
I will go into the detail later. I am just saying here, he is saying in the first line, Durena hi avaram. Hi avaram becomes hyavaram. Durena hi avaram karma buddhi yogat dhananjaya. O Dhananjaya, buddhi yogat avaram karma durena hi. That means, O Arjuna, whatever karma, he has discussed the Vedic karmas, the karma kanda beforehand. Whatever karma we do out of desire to gain something from the world, gain something from other than myself, from the objective world, that is far, far inferior. Durena hi avaram. It is far, far inferior. The karma which is desire. Here karma means, that is why I spoke such a long on the karma. Here he is saying karma means kama karma, means desire motivated karma. So the karma is far, far inferior than buddhi yoga. Buddhi yogat means panchami. Buddhi yogat. O Dhananjaya, बुद्धि योग से काम कर्म बहुत ही नीचे है, बहुत ही इन्फीरियर. क्या बोलते हैं? अवरम, अवर है. अवर मीन्स अश्रेष्ठ, इन्फीरियर. Now, so buddhi yoga he is referring to. Then he is saying in the second line, what is this buddhi yoga? Buddhau sharanamanvicha kripanaha phalahetavaha. It is not there. He is not saying what is buddhi yoga. That will come after that. He is saying buddhau sharanamanvicha. It is not just you follow. He is saying take refuge in this buddhi. Now, buddhau means in buddhi. What is that buddhi? Yoga buddhi. He is referring to the yoga buddhi. So you take refuge while performing any activity. You take refuge in this yoga buddhi. Buddhau sharanam anvicha. If you don't take refuge in this yoga buddhi, then what others do, those who do not take refuge in this yoga buddhi, kripanaha phalahetavaha. They are phalahetavaha. That means whatever they are doing it to become happy. Thinking that it's not the objective phala they are talking about. I will go in great detail about this. Whenever the Bhagavad Gita is speaking about phala, it is the internal phala. If you do any karma, it will follow the causality in the objective world. There is no question of rejecting or renouncing the phala. Whatever you do, it will have a result. The whole objective universe is moving by cause and effect chain. So that objective effect, they are not telling that you have to renounce or you have to do anything. It is interpreted wrongly all over our country in many books. Please understand. It is meaningless, absolute meaningless. People don't think. How can you change an objective result which has come out of... You have come here. Can you renounce your arriving in the CIRD? You can again go back. That will be again an action and the result. But after coming and reaching CIRD, you cannot say that I am renouncing my coming to the phala is, I have arrived in CIRD, I don't want it. There is no meaning. It's absolutely foolish. We cannot do anything with the objective result at all. Objective result will follow objective causality. You are repairing the car. Something has gone wrong. After the repair, you will say that, no, I don't want the repaired car. Well, by saying also you don't gain anything, because the car is got repaired. You again spoil it and again repair if you have a doubt about it. So never it is talking about the objective result. The result is whatever result we are thinking inside. That is, while doing, we are thinking that by opening the factory, I will produce lot of cars which will be selling at a great price. By that I will become a multimillionaire. and by that I will look after this, that and all, I will become great, and by that what will happen? I will become happy. So the internal phala is I will become happy. So he says that those who are thinking that by doing this I will become happy, they are kripanaha, they are of constricted mind. They will never be fulfilled. Fulfillment means a universal mind, which will be encompassing, embracing everything. That is called fulfillment. It is Purnata is not that you have a glass, you fill water. That is Purna. But that glass is a limited thing. You can see it is Purna, Apurna, etc. But the spiritual fulfillment we talk about when there is nothing other than me. That is the real Purna. Purnamada Purnamidam that we chant, it is all referring to that Purnata. Where there is, everything is embraced there. Everything is there within it. So, in Brihadaranyaka, the sloka I have forgotten. Yajnavalkya is telling Gargi, the Brahmavidushi lady. Our Brihadaranyaka speaks about quite a few Brahmavidushi. You should see that Brihadaranyaka gives a picture of a society. So enlightened society it is talking about. If you have not listened to my Guru Purnima talk, it was in which year? 22, 21. Whatever, it is there in our website. Our website you will find Guru Purnima on Maitri Yajnavalkya Sambhada, the conversation between Maitri and Yajnavalkya. There I have narrated the whole story, going into the Vedas and various places I have collected and put my own innovation there, thought process there to analyze the characters. It's a wonderful civilization they are talking about. How Yajnavalkya married the second wife, what was the reason, and why he agreed to marry the second wife, and the wife who already married Yajnavalkya with children, what was her mindset to marry. All these are wonderful. And why he is starting the conversation with love as the fundamental. When he is leaving both the wives, one wife did not say anything, she accepted. Whereas Maitri said that, Yenaham namritasyam tenaham kim kuryam. This is very famous. That where are you going, Yajnavalkya? He said, I am going for relishing the taste of freedom, for immortality. Immortal he knew, but unless he left everything and went away in his own manner, he said that I am going for immortality, in search of immortality. Then immediately Maitri asked that, well, whatever properties you have divided, Yajnavalkya was a very rich rishi, had lot of cows and many things. So, whatever properties you are giving me, by that will I become immortal? Then Yajnavalkya said, certainly not. Nothing from the world can make you immortal. You may become a queen or king of the entire universe, then also you will not become immortal. Because immortality is not to be found in the objectude, entire objectude in the universe. Immortality means it doesn't change. There is no janma, no mrityu, no change, no affectation, nothing. It is true only about our Atma. By knowing the Atma only, you can... not that you become immortal, you are already immortal. But your mind will know that I am immortal. Until you know that I am immortal, what is the gain? All of us are immortal. But why are we suffering and we are becoming kripana, constricted? Because we don't know that I am immortal. The moment I know I am immortal, will you be afraid of death? Will you be afraid of losing any possession you have? Will you be competitive about somebody became richer than me or somebody fared better than me? Nothing will be there. Will you be selfish anymore? So, it is then he said that, well, then I don't want this. Jenaham namritasyam tenaham kim kuryam. Why are you giving me this property? By which I will not become immortal. I am not interested in it, Maitri said. Then Yajnavalkya says that Maitreya, you was always my Priya, I loved you. Now hearing this, I am all the more loving you. Please come, I will tell you where lies immortality. And then Brihadaranyaka, that Maitri, Yajnavalkya Samvada, the conversation starts about immortality. So there, like that, Yajnavalkya had a conversation with another Brahma Vidushi. Maitri became a Brahma Vidushi. Brahma Vidushi means a lady, a female person, when he knows Brahman, is called, and we say Brahma Vidwan, we say Brahma Vidushi. Another Brahma Vidushi in that same society was, it is Janaka Rajas or Mithila they are talking about. Yajnavalkya and Mithila, Janaka Raja had lot of conversation. So it was all happening around Mithila. आप लोग तो मिथिला वासी है, कुछ नहीं जानते हैं कौन जगह में रहते हैं, कम से कम ये तो हिस्ट्री देखिए. So he in his conversation with Gargi, Yajnavalkya says, it is given in a footnote here, I just find out and tell you. In the 2nd chapter, 7th verse, where Arjuna is saying that Karapanya dosho apahatas svabhavaha prichhami tvam dharma sammudha chetaha yat shreyasyat nishchitam bruhitan me shishyasteham shadhimam tvam prapannam. There he used that Karpanya dosho apahatas svabhavaha. Kripana, this word is used there. Here also they are using Kripana phalahetavaha. Then here in the footnote of this book it is given that, I will believe so. Yova etadaksharam gargi aviditva asman lokan praiti sa kripanaha. It is Yajnavalkya Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 3.8.10. 3.8.10. Yova etad aksharam. Aksharam means the truth. Akshara means which is imperishable, unchanging. There is nothing akshara other than the consciousness, other than the Atma, other than Brahman. In the objective world, nothing can be akshara. Everything is born, it is changing, and it will die. It will get to destruction. So akshara is only our Purusha or the consciousness that we refer to as I. So he says, Yova etad aksharam gargi aviditva. Aviditva means नहीं जान के. ये जो अक्षर जो है, जो पुरुष है, अक्षर पुरुष जो है, इसको नहीं जान के अविदित्वा अस्मान लोकान प्रैति, अस्मान लोकात प्रैति, go away from this, dies on this earth, goes away from this world, without knowing the truth, without knowing what is imperishable. Imperishable we are, our real identity is imperishable. If we leave the world, die, without knowing our real identity, saha kripanaha. See the definition of kripanaha in Brihadaranyaka. He is kripana. Why? Because without knowing our real identity, we think I am the body, mind, limited I. So it is kripana, it is constricted. When we know that I am the universal I, there is no second I, there is nothing other than me, the whole universe is appearing in me, then you become the real, fulfilled, full, Purnam. You become all. Then you are no longer constricted, kripanaha. So if we go without knowing our real identity, we are kripana. That is the definition given by the Upanishads. Yova etadaksharam gargi aviditva. O gargi, Yova etadaksharam aviditva asmat lokat praiti sa kripanaha. So when we are looking for becoming happy by gaining something from the world, we become smaller, we become constricted, and we become foolish also, because nothing from the world has ever made anybody fulfilled. The richest person in the world, the most famous person in the world, the most powerful leader in the world, nobody has become fulfilled by gaining anything from the world. Because the fulfillment lies in knowing our own. And there lies all the joy also. The other day I told that Na alpe sukham, that is from Chandogya Upanishad. Na alpe sukham asti, na alpe sukham asti, na alpe sukham asti. We are always trying to gain sukha from small small things, नहीं? वो हमें पसंद नहीं करता है, वो अगर पसंद किया तो हमें बहुत खुशी. वो स्वामी जी हमें, वो दूसरे डिसाइपल को अप्रिशिएट करता है, हमें नहीं करते हैं, तो दुख होता है. So constantly we are looking for small sukha. अगर कुछ छोटा सा मिल गया तो किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था, एक पेन गिफ्ट दे दिया तो बहुत खुश हो गए. Actually there is nothing wrong, we should be happy whenever anybody, don't think that I am not happy when that. But the fact is that when we expect something and that is fulfilled, that is gained, then we immediately become happy for a moment. Then again we become unhappy with either the fear of losing it or the fear of gaining, either desire for gaining something else or the trouble which came along with the gift. All these things will make us unhappy. So Chandogya Upanishad says, Na alpe sukham asti, bhumaiva sukham. Bhuma, our Swamiji's name is Bhumananda, means who delights in all. Bhuma means all, which encompasses everything. Who delights in the universal dimension. So nalpe sukham asti, bhumaiva sukham. Anything small we are looking for, that will never give us sukha. When we embrace the whole universe, then only we become happy. There is nothing to miss, nothing to lose, nothing to gain, nothing at all. Then we become happy. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. That which is all embracing, that which is all, that itself is the sukha. That is the real happiness. So everywhere they are here, why did I quote it? Because they are saying that kripanaha phalahetabaha. I am thinking by doing something, the result of the karma will finally make me happy. That small gain will make me happy. So because of the constricted mind, I am working only as the phala hetu, for looking for that small happiness. So Brihadaranyaka says that it is becoming kripana. So one who can expand and break away from this karpanya becomes happy. Chandogya also says one who embraces all, the happiness lies in that, he becomes happy. So I was just quoting from different places to tell you that the happiness lies in expansion. And you know that Ananda lies in the very process of expansion. It is not that when shall I become universal, then I will be happy. ऐसा नहीं है, कभी नहीं होगा तब. It will never happen. The very process of expansion is, it gives us joy. Whenever the mind is constricted, how our mind is constricted? It is kripana does not mean only पैसा के लिए कृपण है. हम लोग जनरली यूज़ करते हैं कि money, relating to money or property, we say that man is miserly, kripana. In our spirituality it is not so. Much more than kripana, the karpanya of that kind is the karpanya of the mind. Why? Suppose somebody is doing something very good, we are not heartily able to appreciate that also. देखिए सोच के, particularly if that person you do not like and he does something good, then you will not be happy, you will not be able to appreciate also. है ना? मानते हैं? हाँ? So that is the real karpanya of the mind. We should be able to feel when somebody is having some dukkha or some suffering, we should be able to feel the suffering wholeheartedly. When somebody is having sukha or promotion in life or anything, we should wholeheartedly feel happy about it. When somebody is showing some excellent quality in any field, we should be able to appreciate it with full-hearted appreciation, with full-heartedness. we should be able to appreciate. So all these makes our mind expanded. So I was telling that the joy lies in the very process of expansion. So abhi हमने जो बताया, whatever I told just now, you try it, that the person whom you are not able to appreciate, maybe your mother-in-law or co-daughter-in-law, whatever, if you are not able to appreciate, you go and really find out, see that everybody has some good quality and some bad quality. It's not that one person will have only bad qualities. It is our distorted vision. So find out some good qualities and start appreciating heartily that quality. You do it, you will find that you will having so much joy. Genuinely you have to appreciate, not acting. You will find a great joy in appreciating others. Maybe it is a small something one has done. Rather than saying that, no, the other had done it better than this. Suppose, it happens in ashram also. Suppose Swamiji says that, oh, she has done it very well. She is very good in this. But she had done something else. The person who is hearing, she is not able to deny that, but she is referring to something else she did wrongly. As if Swamiji doesn't know that she had done something wrong also. That appreciation of people, it is not coming because of the कार्पण्य of our heart. आपको कुछ पसंद नहीं हो रहा ना? मुंह छोटा हो गया लग रहा है. मुंह तो हंसी खिलना चाहिए. You should become cheerful if you are absorbing it. It should not become sullen. So this is where he is saying that Buddhi Yoga, that Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha, you take refuge in this Yoga Buddhi. That means make that Yoga Buddhi as your all. Every moment, every action, whatever we are doing in life, whether we are studying or we are fighting a war or we are quarreling with somebody also, take refuge in that Buddhi Yoga. That refer to that our universal identity. That is the Buddhi Yoga. We will come to the detail later on. So, in anchoring ourselves in that dimension, that infinite dimension, do everything, then everything will be yoga. It will expand our mind and it will take us to the ultimate purnata or fulfillment. So, that is yoga, doing any performance, any action with the yoga attitude. When we do, it becomes karma yoga, in which the karma is not so important, but doing the karma with the yoga attitude. You may do the opposite karma also, but if you do it with yoga attitude, it will become karma yoga. Even if you don't do anything also with the yoga attitude, that is also karma yoga. Just by absorbing the Bhagavad Gita teaching, you can become a karma yogi without doing any action also. Not doing action also can become a yoga. Provide, the question is your buddhi and your mind is anchored in yoga or not. So, by doing everything with the yoga attitude, it becomes karma yoga. And how will it become a karma yoga? By taking refuge in the yoga buddhi. They are talking about the yoga buddhi. That means our buddhi, our understanding will have to undergo a transformation where it blossoms with the yoga bhava, with the universal bhava. That is the yoga buddhi. We will come to that. See, here we are calling the Bhagavad Gita message as revolutionary message. It is revolutionary, no doubt about it. It's not only Upanishad, I have written there, Upanishad's instruction given in peaceful setting. It is not only Upanishad. You talk about Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. It was taking place for 18 days in the palace of Ayodhya, where Vasishtha Deva was preaching Rama, but all others were listening. It was absolutely peaceful setting from morning to evening. If you think of Srimad Bhagavatam, it was taking place on Bhagirathi, bank of Bhagirathi, where, what is his name? Parikshit Raja was sitting in fasting, His fasting was fasting until death, not like your yesterday's brata fasting. He was fasting, he left his food forever. And Shukadeva himself was talking, and the surrounding was the Bhagirathi Tira, bank of Bhagirathi. In all Upanishads, it is all a discussion between the disciple and the Guru in a peaceful setting. We don't have any other setting, perhaps, if we, whatever Shastras are available with us, everywhere the instruction is given in a peaceful setting. That is, you are not disturbed by any action, you are not disturbed by anything from the world. You are sitting in a calm, peaceful situation and listening and absorbing the knowledge. Whereas in Bhagavad Gita, instruction given in war field, the background is a war. And what is the instruction? Repeatedly Krishna says, Tasmat Yuddhasva Bharata. Tasmat Yuddhasva Bharata. After each instruction, he is saying, therefore you fight, therefore you fight. So it was to enable Arjuna to fight, but fight with a completely different mindset, with the Yoga Buddhi. That is what Bhagavad Gita is. We can very clearly see it. Earlier also we have talked about it in the first chapter, 44th verse or so. He is saying, Arjuna is saying, Ahovata mahat papam kattum vyavasita vayam yat rajya sukha lobhena hantum swajanamudyataha. He tells Krishna that Ahovata mahat papam kattum vyavasita vayam. Oh Krishna, we are out to commit one of the greatest sins. Mahat papam. Why? Yat rajya sukha lobhena hantum swajanamudyataha. We are ready to kill our own people. My most beloved grandfather Bhishma and my most respected teacher from whom I have learned archery, I am going to shoot him and all other kith and kin. And for what? Rajya sukha lobhena. For winning over a kingdom, and as if the kingdom will give us the sukha, as I said that we are always deluded by that, as if by gaining the kingdom I will become happy. And out of the greed for that happiness which comes out of kingship, we are fighting this war. That was Arjuna's statement. That was his mindset. Because his mind was kripana, mind was constricted. He himself says in the 2nd chapter, 7th verse, that I am karpanya dosho apahata svabhava. I am haunted by karpanya dosha, kripanata. That is why I am not able to envisage, I am not able to comprehend this infinite dimension of what you are saying. I am not able to comprehend it because my mind is small. Whatever the dimension of our mind, we will comprehend only that much. So until the mind becomes expanded to the infinite level, the infinite truth will not be able to realize. We may hear about it. Why are we not realizing God? Because God is of a dimension which my mind is not able to take to that dimension. I can know whatever strikes our mind. To that extent we will know. So if God has to be known by us, God has to become small. And when He becomes small, you don't accept that He is God. So our God realization is impossible. Neither we are ready to expand our mind to that infinite dimension, nor we are able to recognize that God when He appears as my enemy. He appears as your son, as your enemy also. But that we will not recognize Him as the God. So he said that we are fighting this war because of Rajya Sukha Lobha. Whereas Krishna throughout Bhagavad Gita said that Arjuna, I don't want you to fight this war because of Rajya Sukha Lobha. You may not win the war, you may die also. And I am sure that when you win the Rajya, you will not have Sukha. Any good king will never have Sukha. Kingship is a great burden. And people are not able to bear the burden. That is why they left the throne. Many kings have left the throne and gone to the forest because the burden of kingship they could not bear. It's there in Yoga Vasishta, the story of many kings who went away, then got the knowledge from some rishi, and again came back and ruled the kingdom as a knower king. That is why our country had lot of Rajarshis, like Rajarshi Janaka. There were many other Rajarshis in the Raghuvamsha particularly. That Raja and Rishi, who were the knower kings. Because without the knowledge of the truth, it's very, very difficult to take the burden. A good king, if you are a cruel king, then you can do havoc. That's not to be considered. If you are a good king, when you are giving somebody a punishment, capital punishment or so, your heart will cry. Because you will empathize with that person. So it is very difficult for the king to punish, administer the kingdom. Without punishing the wrongdoers and rewarding the good people, you cannot rule the kingdom. You have to be so active about so many things. You have to have the intelligence branch. They will do many other deceptions and many things to get you the truth. And you have to absorb all that without polluting your mind. While war also you have to kill. You have to kill your own grandfather. You have to kill your own teacher without undergoing any problem in doing it. Because you are not killing them out of enmity, out of revenge. You are killing them because you have to kill. Because for establishing a righteous kingdom on earth, the kings had got corrupted. So the whole purpose of Mahabharata war was to remove that corrupt kings and establish a righteous rule on earth. And Krishna was asking Arjuna to fight the war. He arranged all this, whatever conspiracy you can say, or whatever he did. It is only to establish a righteous rule on earth. And he was asking Arjuna to fight because of that, not because of Rajya Sukha Lobha. So the whole Bhagavad Gita, that war situation is a revolutionary presentation, where the same spiritual doctrine which generally used to take away people from the worldly activities and make them meditate and read the Shastras and write commentaries and all, that same knowledge is used to make us performentially excellent, to do anything we have to do in the world, to make us fit for that. So there comes the revolutionary presentation of Bhagavad Gita. If you go a little deeper into it, you will find that in another sense it is revolutionary. What is that? Give the second one. This is what it is. The vision of Bhagavad Gita is, instead of abandoning activities, make actions an instrument for liberation. Do you understand? Generally we leave activities to have spiritual practice. अभी भी सुनते हैं, सब कोई बोलता है इतना काम है, कब बैठेंगे, कब साधना करेंगे, साधना का टाइम नहीं मिल रहा है. अरे साधना का, it has to be every moment sadhana. The Bhagavad Gita sadhana is not time limited sadhana. You have to change all your thoughts and all your actions as yoga. So it doesn't need any separate time at all. Even if we tell it 1,000 times, you will not understand. You will still say that Swamiji time nahi mil raha hai. Because you are not putting your attention in your mind and trying to change all the thoughts and all the actions, the attitude behind the actions. When we do it, you don't need any separate time for that. Bhagavad Gita doesn't call for any time separately. So it is a whole time sadhana. And what it is, whatever actions are disturbing you, you are thinking that the actions are taking me away from sadhana or making me away from God, those actions have to be used as an instrument for attaining God or attaining truth or liberating ourselves. That is what we have said. Rather than abandoning activities, make actions an instrument for liberation. Arjuna was repeatedly saying that, Krishna, you are confusing me. You told me about the Atma and the Sankhya Yoga, the second chapter, whatever you had said. If that is so, then why are you asking me to fight? I will rather understand and realize this truth, whatever you have said. I will go to the forest, I will beg my alms, and I will remain in meditation. Krishna says, no, it is not for you. For you is karma yoga. That means you are, even if you go to the forest, 14 years you have meditated on the war. Now if you go and sit in the forest, only Duryodhana and Dushasana will come to your mind. You will not be able to meditate on the ultimate truth. So better you fight the war, and there what will be your sadhana? Go above all the greed you are thinking now you have for winning over the kingdom. Overcome that. Overcome your enmity towards Duryodhana and all. Similarly, parallelly, overcome your inability to fight your own grandfather and teacher. It's the two sides of the same thing. When the mind goes to an impersonal level, one will be able to fight his own people also. Sometimes in military it has to be done. After particularly partition, Pakistan and India, very close friends had to fight each other. If the mind is having that kind of an impersonality, then one can do. It has to be done, so he can do. But once he is able to do that, then he will be able to fight with Duryodhana also without any enmity. That we should understand. One who can come over his fondness and with the fondness, not come over his fondness, come over his bondage and fight his own people, his own grandfather, he will be able to fight Duryodhana also without any enmity, because Duryodhana has to be defeated. Karna has to be defeated, he will do it. So what is happening? By taking to the activity itself, his mind is rising to the Brahmic level of impersonality, impartiality, that dimension. Which is coming what? Through performance of activities, not avoiding activities. Suppose you avoid the activity and go to the forest and sit, then all this purity of the mind will not come, because the occasion is not there. All this enmity, fondness and partiality and preference, prejudice, raga, dvesha, all this will sit in your mind. You will not be able to get over all that. So better you remain active and use all the occasions, all the chances, all the occasions of activity for getting over the constrictions of the mind. So the Bhagavad Gita is a revolutionary presentation in the sense that it encourages us to take to activity, all the activities that have to be done. Take to the activities, but as an instrument for liberation, so that the activities help us in purifying our mind, help us in rising to the impersonal level of Brahman. Is it meaningful or not? See, more and more you think, you will be finding that it gives you a lot of insight and enlightenment also. It is, we have said in a few words, but to understand it in every aspect of life, in doing anything, you will find that the impartiality and impersonality is not that easy. The mind is given to raga dvesha. Raga means clinging to what we like, and dvesha means hating or intolerant about what we dislike. It's extremely difficult to get over it. And as we grow and get more and more entangled in it, it becomes more and more difficult. So the earlier we start, the better. The other day some students have come. People have funny idea about spirituality. Spirituality is only, he says that everybody told me that spirituality is to not enjoy the life. It's not so. Spirituality is to enjoy the life in its fullest, in its best possible way, where there is no kalmasha, no constriction, no impurity. The kind of enjoyment one can get from purity, from abheda buddhi, not having any differential notion. That is what spirituality is. So if we can have it from childhood, it will make our mind so impersonal, so powerful, so strong. We can take up anything in life without getting tarnished by anything, without getting influenced, affected by anything. प्रबुद्धं विमुक्तं विकारादिहीनं प्रसन्नं सदा नित्यबोधस्वरूपं परं निश्चलं निर्गुणं सर्वरूपं भजेऽहं सदानुस्मरामि प्रणौमि। प्रबुद्धं विमुक्तं विकारादिहीनं प्रसन्नं सदा नित्यबोधस्वरूपं परं निश्चलं निर्गुणं सर्वरूपं भजेऽहं सदानुस्मरामि प्रणौमि। हरि ओम तत्सत्। जय गुरु।